The purpose of this video is to give you an explanation for Project 4 and its assignments. In Project 4, you have two assignments. You have creation of your second lesson plan, your UDL lesson plan, and also you have your peer reviews and posting on the discussion board what you learned. From this point on, there will be no late assignments accepted. You've had plenty of time to know what your upcoming assignments are and when they need to be submitted. I've been kind of lenient with some of you, but from this point on, the assignment will close at the due date and I will not reopen it. The first assignment that you have is to create your lesson plan 2. This is due March 22nd, which is the Sunday at the beginning of spring break. I made the decision to not include spring break because I don't want you to have to worry about assignments. So, the problem with this is that you only have 1 week to do it. However, I've been giving you heads up for several weeks that you would only have 1 week to do this. As soon as you get your peer reviews in Sunday night, you should be able to start on this. And really, it should not be that difficult for you. You know how to post it in UDL and UDL Exchange, and you know what it looks like, and you have feedback from your peers in order to improve it. Okay, so you're going to submit your lesson plan. This is due March 22nd, and this lesson plan will be worth 5 points. Okay, what you're going to do to get your 5 points, after you're creating your lesson plan 2 in UDL Exchange, you're going to submit a document with your name and the name of your lesson to the assignment in Blackboard. This is just so I will know that you've completed the assignment. I can find these easily on UDL, but this is just a way to make sure that you complete this step, and that makes it easier for me rather than having to look for them. Some of you did not do this. You created your lesson plan, but you did not submit the document to the assignment. In order to earn your 5 points for this, you must submit this document this time. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part of this I've changed just a little bit. We had some issues with peer reviews. Some of you drag your feet, don't do your postings till the last minute, and that really causes a problem for people who want to get their assignments done in a timely manner. So what I've changed, each of you are going to do your peer reviews. That's not changed. That's the same. You're going to peer review 2 people. You're going to send them a completed rubric with comments, which I'll show you in just a minute. Use the same peer review list that we used last time, and I actually have reposted this with this assignment. Okay, you're going to complete these rubrics. You're going to send these to the people. Messages in Blackboard is a perfect way to do it. You can just attach those and send them to them. And also, you're going to submit those 2 completed rubrics to me. There is an assignment that is due April 5th where you have to submit these 2 rubrics to me for accountability for completing the 2 peer reviews. I really didn't do this last time, and I think that I would love to believe that all of you are going to do this and do it in a timely manner, but I decided to do it this way this time. You will notice that for Project 4 is worth 15 points. Your lesson plan is worth 5 points. Submitting your peer reviews will be worth 10 points. And in order to get those 10 points, you have to submit the 2 completed rubrics to me in Blackboard, or you will not get the 10 points. Also, if you do not receive peer feedback by April 5th, by the due date, please let me know and we will figure out what you need to do. Okay, I want to show you the rubric. I developed this rubric because I felt like you needed a little bit more guidance in how to create your lesson plan. Some of you just did generic lesson plans, and I could tell that you thought that that was the focus. The focus of this assignment is for you to create lesson plans that includes special concerns, special needs, special ways of teaching those students in your student profiles. Please try not to be too vague and just say he's a visual learner or I created this assignment for visual learners, that's not going to be acceptable for this. I need to move you toward thinking on a deeper level so that you can put in your lesson plan what's needed and not assume that we're mind readers and we know what you're thinking. Because if it's not written there, I don't know what you're talking about. And if it's very vague, I still don't know what you're talking about. I posted several examples from your colleagues that show how they did this in their lesson plan. And it really wasn't too complicated. So you should be able to figure this out and do this. Okay, on the grading rubric, what I want you to do, each one of you should download 2 of these. You're going to write your name, your reviewer name there, and the name of the person being reviewed here. This is RTF document, so all you have to do is save it, make the changes, save it, and attach it when you submit it. On this rubric, you will notice that I've taken the planning components. These are the components of the UDL lesson plan as it is listed in the Exchange. All of these over here. I've divided some of this into categories because I wanted you to be a little bit more specific on each one of those. I've divided it into 3 categories. Unacceptable, no way. You didn't even get close. You don't have a clue what you're doing. Either you haven't put much time and effort into this assignment or you just don't understand it. Hopefully not many of you will be there. I do believe that some of you will probably be there. And when you rate these people, please be honest because this is supposed to be a learning experience and you're supposed to be telling them what they need to do to make it better. Acceptable, kind of did it. You're in the ballpark, but you don't quite get it. So most of these you will find are vague. Your activities, everything is kind of general and vague, not geared towards your specific students. Don't get too hung up on this rubric. I struggled with it for a long time, but I just wanted to provide you guidelines of what to do. Okay, target, the third one is nailed it. If you can get here, then I know that you understand the purpose of this assignment and you've got it. This one will say that it was like specific information about how lesson was planned to include student from student profiles. You'll find that this one allows us to see information that tells us that we know that you're planning for those specific students. Please just don't say visual learner. I mean, there's lots of other things that you discovered other than their learning style. So try to be a little bit more specific in that. The easiest way to do this is just to select it and highlight it. Now that's the easiest way, especially if you're doing it online. Whoops. And that tells me what you did. Okay, at the bottom, you have comments. Please feel free to add comments, 2 glows and a grow. Don't just say, good job. That tells us nothing. And remember, you're not evaluating the general lesson plan as much as you're evaluating how did this student plan for the one in their student profile. And you need that information. That's what I'm going to look for on lesson 3. I want to see specifically how you plan for those students in the student profiles. And you've got to give me enough information somewhere in here that tells me why you did it. What did you learn? How did you learn the information you did about that student to plan in the way that you did? And some of the examples that I posted did include that. So I want you to take a look at that. Okay. Sorry, this is so long. I'll try to be brief now. Okay, so you're going to get your peer reviews by April 5th. Now, the one thing that I've changed, I've given you an extra week after you get the peer reviews to do your reflection. After reading your feedback from the peer reviews, you will post your reflection on your learning from Lesson Plan 2. This will include what you learned and what you need to change to do better for the final Lesson Plan 3. This is the last chance you've got to improve before you turn in the one to me to be graded. And this is worth 10 points. I'm not going to say on here you have to read and respond to 3 people. My good students will read the postings and they will see what other students learn so that they can improve. You will get your points on you're posting. But I would advise you, you can learn from this. You can look and see what other people learned and how you can use that to improve what you do for Lesson Plan 3. Okay, your Project 5, Lesson Plan 3 will be due April 26th. And that will be the one that you turn in to me, and it's worth 25 points or 25% of your grade. I hope I haven't confused you too much. It seems like the more I do and the more I say, the more it confuses you. Don't get hung up on the rubric. The rubric is for guidelines to how to assist you in order to get to that nailed it category, to show me that you understand. You're going to have to put a little time and effort in this. And I know those of you who are, and probably I can already say those of you who are not. But do the best you can on this. Show me that you've learned something. Thank you.